Picture a room with dim lighting and a lot of whispers of mystery and excitement. The Sigma female walks in like a cat in a wild full of normal people. What a difference from just another face in the crowd. She's a powerful force, a whirlwind of mystery, intelligence, and irresistible charm. However, what is it about that makes men want more? Is it that their confidence is so strong that it shines like a New Year's Eve dancing ball? Or maybe it's the way they are unique, like a pearl hidden in a sea of rocks. It doesn't matter what it is. Sigma women are like the holy grail of attraction. Hard to find, mysterious, and oh so attractive. Get ready to be enthralled as we explore what guys find most attractive about a Sigma female. We'll use fun and a bit of imagery to help you picture what we're talking about, from how smart these women are to how unpredictable they are. Confidence is number one. Let's take a wild ride through the world of Sigma women and the smell of attraction, with confidence in the lead. As you walk through a busy coffee shop, your eyes stop on her among all the other people there. The fact that she's a Sigma female and seems so sure of herself makes her stand out from the crowd. It's like she has an imaginary wall around her that says, "Yeah, I know I'm great, but I'm not here to impress anyone." Let's talk about being sure of yourself now. There's more to it than just walking around like you own the place, though that does help. It's about being proud of who you are and not caring what other people think anymore. And I can tell you that Sigma women are very good at that. You can't help but be pulled to the way they walk into a room like they own it. Imagine being with someone who doesn't need to be reassured or approved of all the time. That's because Sigma women know how valuable they are and aren't afraid to show it. In a way, it's like having your own personal badass cheerleader. The catch is that having confidence is more than just puffing out your chest and acting like you know everything. It's about accepting your flaws, your fears, and your strange habits, like singing off-key in the shower or sneaking snacks under your pillow. That's something Sigma women do all the time. They are brave enough to be themselves, even if it makes them stand out. Keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you want to find someone who can light up a room with just a smile and a great attitude. They're nearly impossible to catch, and once you do, you'll never want to let her go. The second thing on our list is how smart she is. Intelligence, the best brain-boosting drug ever. The smartest thing about Sigma women is that they can solve any problem that comes up. For any guy with half a brain, that's a huge turn-on. Imagine that you're talking to a Sigma female, and instead of small talk, like the weather or what they ate for lunch, you get into a deep conversation about string theory or the meaning of life. And no, they're not the typical Netflix and chill type of person. More like, let's argue about the existence of parallel universes while drinking artisanal coffee. To be smart, though, it's not enough to know a lot of complicated words or do well on your SATs. It's about having that burning desire to learn that never goes away. There are a lot of Sigma women who have that. They have so much knowledge that they could compete with Stephen Hawking on his best day. Also, don't forget how funny they were. Sigma women have a way with words that can make you laugh 1 minute and think about the big questions of life the next. Here's the best part. Sigma women aren't just smart in the classroom, they're also emotionally smart. They're like having your own doctor who can read between the lines and figure out what makes you tick. So keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you want to find someone who will make you think and feel. They're like unicorns when it comes to dating. Hard to find, beautiful, and well worth the search. The third thing on our list is how unique she is. Okay, let's dive into the wonderful world of Sigma women and what makes them so attractive. For instance, picture going to a party and seeing the Sigma female there. No, she's not just disappearing into the background like a wallflower. She stands out like a unicorn among horses. Men are like moths drawn to a light. that's for sure. So what's the deal with how unique they are? What do you think? While everyone else is busy doing what the cool kids are doing and trying to fit in with society's rules, Sigma girls are off doing their own thing. They look like those puzzle pieces with strange shapes that don't quite fit anywhere else. That's exactly what makes them so interesting. You're at a party with a Sigma female. While everyone else is talking about the weather or the latest episode of some boring reality show, she's off in the corner thinking about the meaning of life or the pros and cons of time travel. She's a bit strange, but that's what makes her so damn interesting. Also, don't forget about how they dress. While everyone else is trying to copy the newest fashion trends straight from the catwalk, Sigma women are making their own style. With their unique mix of old finds, thrift store finds, and one-of-a-kind items that you won't find anywhere else, they're like living works of art. The best part is that Sigma ladies aren't just different because they're female. Their true selves shine through, and they follow their own path without a care in the world. I think the sexiest people are the ones who aren't afraid to be themselves, no matter what other people think. Keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you're sick of the same old song and dance. They are very different from everyone else in a world full of copies. I promise you that you'll never want to let her go once you find her. Become part of our Sigma community now. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and activate the bell. Join us, and let's conquer the world together. Number 4. She is unpredictable. Let's go down the rabbit hole of strange things that can happen with Sigma females, because who doesn't like a little mystery? You're on a date with a Sigma female, and just when you think you know everything about her, she throws you a shock that makes you scratch your head and wonder what planet she's from. Yeah, they're not the typical Sunday morning predictable type of gal. A friend of us once said, "Hold on to your hat because it's going to be a wild ride." The good thing about uncertainty is that it does more than just keep you on your toes, though that's fun too. It's like a box of chocolates where every bite has a different taste. You never know what will happen next. And I have to say, Sigma women are great at keeping you guessing. In 1 minute, they're quoting Shakespeare and talking poetic about what life is all about. In the next, they're screaming 90s pop songs like no one is looking. They are a little strange, but that's what makes them so damn appealing. It's also important not to forget how spontaneous they were. Being a Sigma female is like walking into a journey. They are so spontaneous that it's crazy. As soon as you say you're going to have a quiet night in, you jump out of a plane into a pool of jello because, why not? The best part is now here. Sigma women aren't just unpredictable because they like being unpredictable. They're true to themselves and refuse to let society's standards hold them back. Keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you want someone to keep you on your toes and make every day feel like a new adventure. They are like a puzzle wrapped in another puzzle wrapped in another puzzle, served with fries, because why not? Number 5, not following the rules. It's that rebellious sound that Sigma women make. These women follow their own rhythm, and I can guarantee you'll want to dance to it. It's a party, and everyone else is trying to follow the latest trends and fit into society's neat little boxes. But there's one Sigma female in the corner wearing glittery sneakers and an old band t-shirt like she's about to lead Coachella. That's right, she's not your average blend-in type of girl. She's more of a stand-out or bust type of rebel. But here's the thing about non-conformity. It's not just about dressing weird or listening to obscure rock bands, though those things are fun. In it, the main idea is to not let others put you in a box, follow their rules, or say sorry for who you are. That's something Sigma women do all the time. They'll quote Nietzsche and wax poetic about what life is all about 1 minute, and then they'll teach you how to do the Macarena in sign language the next. They are a little strange, but that's what makes them so darn cute. Also, let's not forget how brave they were. Sigma women aren't afraid to go their own way, even if it means going against the crowd or making some people angry along the way. They're like punk rockers when it comes to dating, rebellious, brave, and never sorry. So what's great about Sigma females? They're not just non-conformists for the sake of being non-conformists. They're real, living their lives on their own terms and not giving in to what society expects of them. So, keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you want to meet someone who isn't afraid to color outside the lines and do their own thing. When the world is full of copies, they're like a breath of fresh air. Plus, they're sassy because why not? Number 6. Her freedom. Alright, let's talk about freedom, which is what makes a Sigma female a superhero. Ladies, these women don't need a hero in shining armor to save them. They can kill their own dragons just fine. Thank you. Imagine you're on a date with a Sigma female. She's not waiting for you to open the door or pull out a chair for her. She's already halfway across the restaurant, grabbing her own seat and ordering her own drink like the boss babe she is. Indeed, they are not your typical damsel in distress. They are more of a, "I'll save myself, thank you very much," type of independent woman. When you're independent, you don't just do things by yourself or refuse to depend on other people, though those things are definitely part of it. That you know how much you're worth, stand tall in your power, and refuse to settle for less than what you earn. And Sigma women know how to do that perfectly. They can fix their own car or put together IKEA furniture like a pro 1 minute, and then start planning their next trip across Europe by themselves. That's part of what makes them so darn appealing. They're not afraid of anything. Also, let's not forget how independent they were. Women aren't afraid to do things on their own, like traveling or following their own dreams and interests. They're totally tough, independent, and like the Lone Ranger when it comes to dating. The best thing about Sigma ladies is that they're not just independent for the sake of being independent. They're real and live their lives on their own terms, not letting anyone or anything hold them back. Keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you want to find someone who can stand on their own 2 feet and kick butt at the same time. It's nice to see someone like them in a world full of needy Nellies. Plus, they're funny, because why not? Emotional depth is the last thing on our list at number 7. Let's explore the deepest parts of Sigma female emotions. They're like the ocean, deep and strange, and you could get lost if you're not careful. Think about this. You're having a heart-to-heart with a Sigma female, but instead of the normal small talk, you start talking about your deepest thoughts and feelings. These people aren't the typical, "how's the weather" type. They're more, "let's dissect the complexities of the human psyche," emotional. It's not just being able to cry at the right time or write poems that makes you think about the meaning of life, though those things are definitely part of the package. The poem is about having a soul as deep as the Grand Canyon, full of complicated layers that beg to be discovered. There are a lot of Sigma women who have that. They can tell jokes that make you laugh so hard you snort 1 minute, and then they can wipe away tears and talk about their darkest fears and insecurities the next. Of course, they're a bit of a wild ride, but that's what makes them so interesting. Then there's the fact that they care. When it comes to helping a friend in need or knowing your deepest hopes and dreams, Sigma women can see through the surface and get to the heart of the matter. They're like emotional ninjas, moving through the waters of human feeling with skill and grace. The best thing about Sigma females is that they're not just emotionally deep because they're emotional. They're real and wear their feelings on their sleeve every day. Keep an eye out for those Sigma women if you want to meet someone who can make you laugh, cry, and everything in between. They make you feel a lot of different things, and they come with chocolate, because why not? Finally, Sigma women are undeniably attractive. From their confidence to their intelligence to their individuality to their emotional depth, These women have a special mix of traits that make men swoon and want more. Sigma women stand out in a world where everyone else does the same thing. Maybe it's because they are unpredictable, which keeps things interesting, or because they are strong, because they are independent. Men, keep your eyes open for that elusive Sigma female. She's not just a breath of fresh air in a world full of carbon copies. She's a whirlwind of wonder and intrigue, ready to launch you into a world of adventure. Get caught up in the smell of attraction and let the Sigma female's tempting charm take over. If you made it to the end of the video, comment with, "I believe in myself," so we know what a strong woman you are. And if you enjoyed this video, click here to discover the 10 weird things Sigma females do that freak people out. See you there in a second.